Hey Scott, thank you for the intro. Hello everybody. I am flying solo. Seems like we've been having a lot of solos lately. Don't worry, we'll get us all fixed up. I guess it's just a hangover from the new year. But yeah, Steve had to take care of some business today, so excuse me. I'm at the back end of my cold. I think for the most part it's gone, but I may have to pause every now and then, take a swig of water or something. But hey guys, all you, I see a lot of regulars out there. Hi Waleed, thank you. And we also have quite a few new people in here, so I have some stuff that I think will excite both parties. So let's just dive in. And first, let's go over to the disclaimer. All right, guys, so you know I'm going to be talking about some charts. We're going to be looking at some setups and all that fun stuff that traders like to do, but nothing that you see or hear should be construed as investment advice. All right, if you're looking for investment advice, you probably want to seek out somebody who's licensed like a broker or a RIA, somebody who can help you in that capacity. All right, I got a Steve's layout's always a little bit different than mine. He likes to say you're not alone with trade ideas, and that is so true, guys. Especially all you people in here that are kind of checking us out for the first time. It is a powerful software, but you're going to find out it's rather intuitive. And we do offer tons of education and training here at Trade Ideas. You can see over there on the left side of my screen, we have webinars every day, pretty much except Friday at the 5 Eastern time slot. It's a combination in most cases of myself, Jamie, or Steve, be 2 out of the 3. But on Wednesday, we hit you up with Dan and Brad Williams. Dan's our CEO and Brad's our CTO. And that's a great hangout if you want to find out the new bells and whistles that are going to be coming to the software soon. And then, of course, we have our traders room, which most of you, I'm sure, are aware of. If you're not, it's free for everybody. So be sure that you get in there and check it out. It's a place where you can go and you can see our software in action, and you can listen to Barry, our moderator, as he trades and uses our software. And not only that, there's like 500 traders in there and some really good ones. So get in there if you haven't. And then Friday support sessions. If you didn't learn everything that you thought you should have during the week, come in that Friday support session at 11 Eastern time. It's the whole crew in there, and we open it up for just Q&A, and you ask the questions and we answer them and show you if we have to demonstrate something for you in the software. It's a great place to get your questions answered and to learn more. Even if you don't have any questions, you're going to learn something if you come in there. All right, let's see. TI University, guys. When you subscribe to Trade Ideas, we highly recommend that you go through this course. It's 4 courses. They start on Monday at 12 Eastern, and they run through Thursday, same time every day. It's about a 1-hour curriculum, and then we open it up for Q&A at the end for about 30 minutes. I'm telling you, it's a great place. A lot of people I know, because I'm kind of this way, you want to get something you're going to figure out on your own, but this can be very helpful, guys. You need some sort of help and training with this software just to minimize your learning curve, and we can do it just by going through this TI University. All right, Steve likes to throw this slide up, man and machine combined. Obviously, our software is the machine, along with our AI Holly, and we are the men or the women or whoever we might be. So it's a combination of both that can really improve your trading. Okay. When I started out 20 years ago, we didn't have a tool like Trade Ideas, and you were just kind of searching on your own. You had a high-low ticker, but no filters or anything. You know, it's just kind of a mess, actually. But with our software and you as a good trader, it's such an advantage compared to what used to be. All right, the agenda for today, guys, we're going to go over the market recap quickly and the Holly recap kind of quickly. It's kind of just a kind of ho-hum day for Holly, much like it was in the market. I notice a lot of days when we have these market ho-hum days that Holly can still perform well, but then there's other where she's firing off shorts and longs and just seeing none of them are really going anywhere. and you'll see that when we look at the market recap. Then we're going to go over the trade of the week, which is SNV. I always kind of collaborate with Steve on the trade of the week, and we both really like this SNV, and we'll talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about a dangerous game often played in the market. And if I had to bet, I would say every one of you out there has done this at least once, and unfortunately, probably a lot of you many times. I know I have done it many times. Anyway, I'll save that because I actually got I kind of went through a hypothetical and did trades in this dangerous game today, just to kind of show you. I knew I was going to be doing this for Steve, so I said, well, I'm going to show him how difficult this is. Then we're going to look at the composite rating. That's our top list with the highest rated stocks in the marketplace, and we're going to set some price alerts just in case we have which could happen, some more volatility come in the market and some of these really good stocks get beaten up. We're going to be prepared because we're going to have some price alerts. All right, well, let me back out of this real quick and let's pull up the market. I already got the spies up here. How about that? I'm ahead of the game here, guys. Wow, I mean, look at lately, we've come to a very critical point in the market. Just by all you have to do is kind of draw this line right here. And I shall do that right now. The horizontal line, this is where we have a great deal of resistance. Even though we kind of poked through it one day, we're still kind of battling. That's why I told you guys, just kind of think of this as a general area and don't try to etch it in stone. Once it's above, hey, we're clear, we're going. No, it's not how it works. And there appears to be a level of sellers, which makes sense. A lot of times, if you just kind of play this stuff in your head, it all makes sense. Like all those people who may have been getting long here and here. Okay, we have this great support, getting long here. Uh-oh, it broke. Deer's in the headlight. What happens? Get a bounce in the market. All these longs that entered recently now are probably flat, and they're getting out. So there's always some sort of logic behind the madness in a chart, and a lot of times if you just think of it in those conditions and as humans trading like exactly what it is, it makes sense, and that's what you're seeing right now. Now, when maybe the supply runs out, maybe all these sellers who were holding the bag right here, maybe now they're starting to thin out and we can plow higher. I don't know. We are holding this 10. We tried to break down here, bounce, got close there, bounce, went through, bounced here, and pretty much closed right on it today. So critical level, we could go either way here. And what we're going to do later on is we're going to prepare just in case we get a kind of a down move. I'm not feeling, you can see there in the spiders, the relative volume today is 60. The volume's really drying up, and I think liquidity is drying up as well. So a big move in either direction would not surprise me, a pretty big one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's nothing really to talk about right now. It's kind of a waiting game. We're sitting at this critical level. We're kind of going sideways. A lot of closes real close to where we're opening each day. You can see the last 4 days, just dojis or spinning tops, hammers, another spinning top. So just, nothing really going on. And this will dovetail kind of when we start talking about Holly when I pull up the intraday and show you what she had to work with. Real quick with the Qs, let's take a look there. And I think we're pretty much going to see the same picture, although we are below the 10 period today. We did close, so technology was a little bit weaker today. Actually finished, down almost a percentage. Diamonds, Dow pretty much look like the spiders, and the IWM pretty much looks like the spiders. So the Qs are the one that's showing some weakness here in technology as far as breaking, but they're kind of still right in between the 50 and the 10. As far as the direction of the overall market, I would think the 50 probably holds more weight than the 10 when it comes to a daily pattern. All right, but they all pretty much look the same, just kind of vacillating in a narrow range right at major resistance. So we're gonna have to see what happens here. And I feel like there's more volatility to come to the market. I wouldn't be surprised if we do a dip lower, but man, it's been stubborn so far, so we'll see. All right, let me squeeze this in a little bit. And let's take a look at the spiders here, the 15-minute chart on the daily. Squeeze it in here. You can see we opened up kind of flat today in the market, took a move up, went to lows, bounced back, tried to get positive again a couple of times, fell back down, just kind of really went nowhere fast. Yeah, John, there's audio. Let me just send him. Yes. All right, let me send him a little note there, letting him know. All right, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Holly. It wasn't a terrible day. It just was a ho-hum day. I mean, down in Holly Grill from the get-go, could not get anything going. Did fight back a little bit on the histogram, but still just nothing going on there. Oh, that's why she fought back a nice little short there at the close. Kind of longs and shorts being fired off. Let's take a look at 2.0, which was pretty flat today after being up at one point, but nonetheless, you got another once again a mixed bag of longs and shorts. Holly trying both directions today, and Neo the same thing, which by 18 cents was our best performer, and she had a few more shorts than she did longs. So kind of a mixed bag, pretty even too, of longs and shorts, and just kind of the same as the market. Just no direction, no follow through and anything. And you can see there in Holly, once again, I have seen days like today. I can't remember which one it was. I don't think yesterday was all that bad, and pretty much and even I think going back, I'll have to go back and look, but I know in a couple of these days she had some pretty good outcomes. So she doesn't need a trending market. It helps. It helps for any strategies that you're using. But when you get this kind of mess, guys, and you can tell just by looking at your alerts and what's coming through, and there's no follow through. There's some days it's just, not great for trading, and then this was one of those days. Some traders, what they'll do is they're in a range like this over been, the last 4 or 5 days. They'll sit back. They'll sit back and do nothing until we either break to the downside or the upside. And there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, that takes great patience and a lot of good traders. When you're stuck in a range like this, it's kind of like the art of war. You got two factions going at each other. You sit back and see which one's going to win. Then you jump on their side. All right. Now let's get into some fun stuff, guys. And guys, this might be one of the most important lessons that you'll learn, and I'll show you what I did today. I'm going to pull it up, and it was, if I can remember. Yeah. All right. This is my intraday on Whirlpool. Let me scroll it out. You can see I was doing lots of trades when I was trying to do. Okay. Now, guys, I want to show you. I did this on purpose, and I'm paper trading this, so don't think I'm going crazy. All right. And actually, I manage it about as well as you can manage when you're doing something this stupid. It usually doesn't work out. I think I may have lost like $300 doing this today. But I guarantee you, other traders out there probably lost, blew up, because I see it all the time. And guys, it's in our nature to do this. And it's kind of like catching a falling knife or trying to pick a top. It's in our nature, and you have to rewire your nature to not want to do this. And the reason you do is because you hear things like you go against the crowd, be contrarian. Guys, that applies to maybe trading in general, because what's the old saying, the masses lose their asses. You don't want to be part of the masses, so you kind of want to go against the herd. It makes sense in a lot of areas, but this is not one of them. Okay, and the reason is because of volume. You got a catalyst, which is earnings, but it's so tempting to do, especially when you see a stock that's gapping down. And I see it all the time when stocks gap up and starts getting hit, and they go below yesterday's close, and they keep getting hammered. And your logic is like, wow, this was good news. It opened up. This is going to bounce at some times. Well, this is just the opposite. Okay, you had a stock that had earnings and it gapped down. Okay. Well, you look over here and you're saying to yourself, well, overall, it's not a very good looking chart. It's kind of trending down. I'm going to look for levels to where this thing, it gapped down. So obviously it had to be bad news, right? Doesn't matter, okay? For whatever reason, this thing gapped down and it's exploding higher this morning. So what you start trying to do is you start trying to find levels, okay? This might be the first level right here. Let me draw a horizontal line there, okay? Where you say, well, if it gets up here, I'm going to fade it. I don't think I started there. I actually think I started, let's see, right here at 130. Yeah, so I started fading it right around here. Okay, so my logic was, all right, it's coming, look, this thing gapped down, now it's coming way up here. I'm going to start fading it, okay, because it's running into resistance. All right, you can see what I did. Anytime I'm doing if I am doing a strategy like this, and I will give you incidences where it's okay, but even if it's okay, I do it in very increments of 1/3. Okay, so you can see here, I shorted a third, I shorted a third, I shorted a third, got out right here, the buy signal. All right. Once I got out, it looked like it was plateauing at these levels right here, these two wicks. And so once again, shorted, third. Things were going my way. Boom, didn't work. Very small loser. I got out. I did the right thing. All right, I was wrong. I got out. Now I just left it alone because my next level of resistance was not until right here. You can see the other line there. And that's when I started giving it another shot. I actually faded it right here and scalped it, bought it back right here, and then like it was gonna go lower, I shorted it again, 1/3, bought it back, and anyway, you can see what I'm doing here. Boy, wouldn't it just been a lot easier just to buy this thing? But it's not the way we're programmed. We're not going to chase a big long green bar like this. No. Even though the trend is still intact, look at that, never broke below its 10-period moving average all day long. Okay. Now, once again, I've learned my lesson. I don't do this in real life. I was going to show you what many people do, and I can, if I had to bet, I would probably say at least 98% of you have done this out there. Same thing with trying to catch a falling knife. Okay, you're gonna be the contrarian. You're not gonna be like the herd that's buying all this stuff. You were told to go against the herd. Well, I'm gonna start going against the herd at these levels. Problem is, you got too much momentum. You have a catalyst and you have huge relative volume, okay? And the stock just keeps going. And honestly, most people, they don't have the discipline that I had, getting out when I was wrong real quickly, and actually I probably traded this about as well as I could have and still lost money, probably, like I said, about $300. But I have seen traders blow up accounts, just being stubborn. You may say to yourself, you're a new trader, it's like, wow, I would never do something like that. I'm gonna, but I promise you, man, you're wired to do things like this. I see it all the time. In most cases, it's bottom fishing. A lot of people say, I can't think of one right now. Maybe, actually, GME never really did anything. Well, I can see early. Nah, if it would have continued, it would have done it. But even this one never really bounced today. Never gave you an opportunity if you're going long to make money. Maybe tiny scalps right there and there, but that's about it. But once again, I guarantee you, there was plenty of traders jumping in on this level right here on, on right here at the open. Boom, got support right there. I'm jumping in. It's oversold. Look how much it's down. It's going to bounce. guys, once again, it's just like I said, it's a dangerous game, okay, but it's often played. A lot of people do it. Jose, that is an 8 SMA. This one right here is an 8 SMA, and this is a 10 SMA. Okay, so, but you kind of held that to 8 as well. Kind of broke through it a couple of times. I really like the 10. 10 holds true to form in my book. It really does. Steve and I, when we were at Today Trader, that's what we started calling it, the fast line, and we prefer the 10 over the 8. It seems like you get a little bit sloppy around the 8. But if you guys have any questions, I'll be be happy to elaborate on that. Let's see. David says, seems like only day traders would be likely to do that. Yeah, you're right, David. You're right. Day traders. Okay. And honestly, I don't day trade anymore. I did it for about 17 years. And I tell you what, doing this today reminded me, not that I would do this, but just when you're day trading, I just know how taxing it can be because you're constantly in the market, constantly always trying to make money. But you're correct. This is mostly for day traders, and you just see things after they get extended, and this thing never really pulled back at all. You keep telling yourself in these situations, wow, this thing has to have a pullback, just like those stocks when you're catching a falling knife. It has to bounce. It doesn't have to. It can do just like this and go against you all day long, and most of the time it does. So I just wanted to show that, because I've been trading long enough to know that how we're geared and how we think, and there's a time to go against the herd. Maybe when the herd is selling on this pullback right here, you're finding it down here close to 10. There's the herd selling. You're going against the herd and buying. Same thing here. Maybe the herd's had a nice run, getting nervous. They're starting to sell. No, you're going to go against them and buy right there. That's more going against the herd. It's not just jumping in front of a freight train. You're not going against the herd. You're going against the train is what you're doing. So, okay, good question. Waleed asked, Andy, when you are swing trading, do you also ride the 10 SMA, or do you look for crossovers of 10? I like to look when I'm swing trading. I look a lot at the 10 moving average, but I look a lot in like I said when I was talking about the spiders, in general areas. I don't try to pinpoint a 10. Let me see if I can find an example. Maybe the spiders will show it. No, let me get out. I'm pretty much done with that. I just wanted to get, for the new traders especially, it's a dangerous game, getting back to that whirlpool and catching falling knives. There is a time to fade on that, okay? And I may use that for another topic, where it's okay to do what I'm telling you, but it's not when it's just when you have a catalyst and you have huge volume, okay? A time I like to do it is sometimes early in the morning. All right, like I said, I don't do it anymore because I'm not really, but when you find these stocks, that was not a good example but well, that was just too big of a gap up there. See if I can find a good example. Yeah. Well, guys, I'll do that. I'll do a little segment on that at some other point, when it's okay to fade, to basically jump in front of the momentum. But to give you a hint, it's when it's on a horrible chart and it's coming up to resistance, like I showed you, and the volume's not that great. Okay. That's that, and even then I kind of look for some sort of signal that it may be tiring out. Let me see here. Let me pull this back. This was one that I spotted yesterday. I told Michael Noss about, or was it the day before yesterday? Well, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, right here. This was one from yesterday where you see a stock that has had a huge move and it's tiring out. You had a huge volume here with a topping tail, and I mentioned to Barry and Michael, listen, this may be on a 15-minute reversal. This may be a good short. And Michael said, yeah, I'm going to take that, and it was. You had a huge move, overextended. Things gone from 10 almost to 20, and then you kind of had a blow off top with a topping tail, something like that. But even still, look, it was a scalp. As soon as something like this happened, if I short it, I'm immediately covering at least half at either the 8 or the 10. And then, I'm covering pretty quick because look what happened. Continued higher. So, yeah, the crosses, I like the crosses. I'd look for the crosses. We'll take a look at some of these charts, Waleed, here in a minute when we go over the strong stocks and see if we can see those crosses, what you're talking about in there. The crosses are great, but I don't have to have them. Yeah. Which let's go ahead and do that now. It's going to bring us to our next segment, which is, let me just take this up, squeeze it up here, back to its original size. And this is going to be more for you swing trading guys. All right. Well, let me save a little room for my alert. Let me get it over here. Okay. For you guys who are new, this is the composite rating. Okay. And what this is, it's what we call a score. It's kind of like IBDs, except ours is more technically arranged versus theirs more fundamental. And the score ranks from 30 to 100, with the highest score being 100. And once again, it has to have good technicals and good fundamentals. The only one score right now that has 100, one stock, and that's KL, this one right here. And look at there, it's a gold stock. Okay, so what I thought we'd do today, okay, because if we do, there's a very good chance we're going to have some more volatility in the and look at that crossover right there, Waleed. Speaking of crossovers, see that 10 just popping up here, crossed over the 20 and then the 50 and then also the races, and it hasn't given up the lead yet. So that's an example, yeah, of a very good crossover. Absolutely. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go through and we're going to do some price alerts. Let's make sure I don't have any price alerts in my, I think I cleared them all out. Yes, I did. All right. So for those of you guys who are in here for the first time, we're going to be creating some price alerts. And what these are, we can just mark them up on the chart. And then if the price ever comes down to your markup, it will fire off a price alert and bring it up for you and let you know. All right. I've used probably 10 different softwares in my life, trading software. These are by far the most friendly. You can move them around just by pulling them and dragging them. All right, so let's start right here. Now, let's do this, okay, guys, because if we're expecting some volatility, we're going to kind of look for some deep pullbacks, some kind of like some oh crap bids, except we're not going to be bidding. So we'll call them oh crap price alerts, where people are long, strong stocks and the market turns on us and we get some volatility and some selling, and we're going to set some alerts. These are all going to be pullback alerts, okay? And we'll just kind of work through this together. We'll go through the list here and see what we see. If you guys have some ideas, be sure to drop them in there. If you see something that I don't see, we'll just do this together. All right, so this is a gold stock. I'm a little bit skeptical anytime it's gold because I know it's only going to trade with the commodity, and the commodity is going to trade on macro news and interest rates and dollar and all that. So we're going to kind of be careful. And once again, we're going to create this price alert. So this necessarily means that if the price comes down and these things trigger, that you rush out and buy it. Remember, we're always going to be looking at the backdrop of the market, what's happening in the market. But, if we set these price alerts and the market just kind of, not getting killed and pulling back, you know, like markets do, and these things trigger, these could be very good swing trades. All right, so let's start with this one. And you know, gold has a tendency to be volatile. This has gone a long ways, basically up over 50% in the last 2 months. So we're going to pull a pretty steep one in here. Okay, let's put this one at the breakout here, just in case. Like I say, this is gold. And I definitely would be checking to see where gold, where this commodity is trading if this thing goes off. But I'm not necessarily looking for, you know, the fast line on this one. Okay, I'm looking for maybe something deeper. So what we're going to do here is let's just put it right here. And we're going to create a price alert. Now we're going to have to change these to long. Okay, anytime you put a price alert below where it's currently trading, it's going to default to short. We're going to put it on long. And you know what? I'm not like Steve. I know what I'm looking for when these things go off. So I'm not gonna make a note in all these. It's probably bad practice, but I got a lot I want to go through. I don't want to make notes. All right, you guys can take them and make notes. All right, let's go to Xilinx here. Okay, love this one. What I like about this one, it's a recent earnings play, all-time highs. This is just a gap and go. All right, we may not get. We're going to put one in here, but we may not get it just because this is a very, very strong stock. But we're gonna try to pick an area, and this one is one that should catch. Okay, this is a recent explosive move, so this should catch this rising. If it does start pulling back, there's a real good chance it will catch this rising 10-period moving average and bounce. So I think probably the low of this bar right here, 104. That's about a $6 pullback and then some. So let's draw this one right here. Create price alert. Long. Boom. Yeah, and there's a good chance by the time this thing pulls back that this may be meeting this 10-period moving average. Alarm. Another strong one. This one, by the time it pulls back, we may get a gap fill down here. Almost got it there. I would like to go something a little bit deeper. I tell you what, guys, we're gonna go right here. Like I'm saying, I'm looking for maybe some volatility in the market and really catch some crap stuff coming through. So let's go back to this level right here. Let's put our price alert right there. Go long, save, and maybe by the end of the 20 period. Okay, I know this is momentum, but that's okay. If it can still break the 10 period and maybe come down a little bit deeper and catch this 20. Plus, I kind of like this ledge right here. A couple of spots right here as well. So this may be a good spot for that one. CyberArk. Now this one's kind of a messy chart. You know, this lot of big candles, long ones. So we could really get some. Not even sure I want to mark this one up. You know what? I'm going to pass on this one. It's got earnings in 12 days. Yeah, I don't like the way this thing trades. It's too nasty. Keys. All right. Florida Keys, huh? This is what do they do? Commercial communication networking, aerospace. Okay. Once again, not really. It's not really care. I don't care about this volatility and some of this stuff. Average volume is 1.9 million. Yeah, me too, David. He says he wishes he in the Florida Keys right now. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one as well. It's just come a long ways quickly. This could have a really deep pullback. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything there. EXAS. All right, this is something that, gosh, now medical laboratories. I'm gonna stay away from the biotech and the medical companies as well. There's a genomics now. All right, this one has a possibility here. We had a nice big pullback today. Gosh, Has earnings though coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Yeah, this one, what is this, some sort of buyout or something? Yeah. 5 below. You know what? There's a nice little ledge here at 120 with a rising. I think there's a chance it may break this one if we do have a nasty pullback in the market. So let's mark this one up about $5 lower. Create price alert, go long, and I'm just kind of, you guys can make these perfect if you want to. I'm just kind of generalizing here right at 120. I can see this thing pulling back there. Be careful. This one could have deeper pullback, but I want to throw that one in there because I kind of like that one. This is an ADR. I'm not going to do that one. Here we go. This is a nice one. eHealth. Okay, nice explosion. Recently, huge volume. This is one bounced right there. This is one where we might want to just kind of use near the low of this candle if we get a nasty move in the market. This will be rising up. Let's put this one about right. Maybe it takes out that low and gets some people. This is one where I could see with all this volume coming up, yeah, where you can see a moving average. Hopefully we get a pullback, but one you may want to keep on your radar anyway. All right, I kind of like that one. Oh, this is another one. Nice move, volume. The kind of volume it normally does. 168, 403. All right, let's use these wicks. So obviously some buyers in these wicks, and we're gonna put one right down here, and maybe we get that move again. By the time this fast line's coming up, that may be a really nice play right there. Cron, we've seen this a lot. All right, this is well, it's a pot stock's what it is. I could see this one having a deep pullback at some point, guys. This one may be even deeper. You can see it's riding that fast line. Let's say it pulls back down to here again. Be careful with this one though. If you're swing trading, obviously it's a pot stock, but I could see it coming back down maybe at some point and meeting right about, let's use the high of that bar right there. All right, Lululemon. Now see, this one looks like it's almost ready to go, okay? Looks like it's had earnings and going sideways. This one may be one you want to mark up, through highs, but that's not the game I'm playing. So let's say we get a big nasty pullback in the market and we get that gap fill right here. So let's put it right here on the gap fill. And maybe it catches its 20 period by then, Probably come down even lower, but I like that area. I like that gap fill. If it breaks that, rush, get everybody out. If it breaks that 10 period and we catch it on this 20 and the gap fill, kind of like that. This is a good one. Another one, another gap fill. We got a nice little ledge here. I hope I'm putting longs on all these. I think I may have missed the last one. Let's move this up right there, and let's hope we get a gap fill with this 10 period moving average, maybe a little bit higher. There we go. MBD, I'm not crazy about that one. It's just, too much slop. Sienna, all right, this one, once again, I'm going to play this one right here, and we got, shoot, it's a tough one. Those sell things, they're messing my chart up. Okay, let's go the lower end of this bar right here. So what you could have, pullback, nasty pullback in the market, shakes everybody out below that, and the 20 period catches it. All right, chug-a-lug. Another good one that you have the fast line coming up. This may be one that you also may want to mark up to the top side, but what I want to do is I want to catch maybe a down draft in the market and a pull down to this level right here with everybody panicking out and my 20 period maybe coming up. And plus you have a nice little ledge back over here as well. I like that. All right. Now it's a buyout or something. It's medical. Is this a pot stock? I don't know. No, it's a genomic stock. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's too sloppy. Ooh, Beeve's a nice one. And this one's already starting. This is already starting to maybe deteriorate. There's a good chance maybe this one breaks this fast line. This one may work. You got a nice ledge here at 100. Let's put it right about here at the bottom of these two lows. Maybe two. I want to be able to catch it. How about we go right there? Top of that wick right there. Hey, here we go. Maybe that one breaks down. You got this top right here. It's got some kind of a support area, and we catch that. This may be a nice one. What the heck do they do? I don't know. Medical laboratories. We're gonna mark it up anyway. I don't think this is a. Let's use the bottom of this. So this looks awful strong, but it's a chance you get a head fake. Maybe this pulls back right here. Obviously, good earnings, big move right there. There's a good chance we get a pullback in the market. Fast line coming up. This could be a good meeting spot for the price action and the 10-period moving average. All right. You see this one looks pretty good right now. So, I mean, I really wouldn't want to break this level. So that would, not going to mark that one up. Maybe you want to keep an eye on if you want to play it, but, whew. Frank, no, that's another gold. I'm not going to mark up another gold stock. REITs. God, REITs are kind of like gold. Interesting. There's some REITs. I've seen some REITs coming through this composite rating lately, which is kind of, REITs usually do well, in a low interest rate environment. I guess that means maybe we see some rate cuttings. Kind of scary. The way gold's going and the REITs. I'm not gonna do any REITs. This one looks like it's not for a pullback. It's more ready now. Another REIT. Yeah. Another sloppy. Zendesk. Yeah, we use this thing. Gosh, it's kind of looking good right now. But I tell you what, let's stick it right here just in case it breaks. And breaks this 10, and maybe we catch this on the 20 period, kind of starting to flatten out or something. Best price. Here we go. This is one. It's kind of going sideways. Could very easily break, and maybe we catch it on a downdraft down here to around the 280. or maybe the gap fill. That's not low enough. Let's go right here, the bottom of this level right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. This used to be a high flyer semiconductor. You can see the position in lifetime range, even though it's close to its yearly high. This one interesting, but it's gosh, it's so trades so nasty and sloppy. 50. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I just don't like the way that trades. That's medical. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done, guys. MGP, that's another REIT. Is this ADR? Yeah, I don't know about it. LNG, that just sloppy as can be. I don't trust that. Good Lord. Now this one's nice. This is a little commercial banking. Nice breakout. It's overextended. It could have a downdraft. I think this may have potential to see a backup. Gosh, I'm gonna use this level right here, even though it's maybe below the 10 period. I like to see if this one comes back to hit it. I hope I'm changing all these. I gotta check these things. Oh my gosh. How many days in a row can you go up? "17 days in a row without a bar reversal." Good Lord. This another REIT? Yep. Gosh, a lot of REITs, guys. It's wow. Yeah, isn't that something? Look at that. Makes you want to set an alert every day and wait for it to break it. All right, guys. I think we're done here. We got a nice little build up. I'm going to share these with you now for you guys from above. Guys, check these. If they say, you might want to look at them and see if they say long or short. The price alert's going to go off regardless, so you'll know. But it's a lot of price alerts we just saved here. I think there may be some opportunity. Remember, these are the strongest composite ratings in all the 8,000 stocks that trade on the markets, guys. So let's look for a pullback. And remember, when they go off, what's the market do it? Don't blindly just jump in them. So I'm going to share 17 price alerts. Hope it lets me share all these. Copy all, and I'm going to drop them in the chat. Just call them PAs. And there is the cloud link. All right, so we'll see what happens. And once again, check to make sure. You can just click on each one of them and check to make sure they're long or short. All right, guys, that's about going to be it for today. I kind of got thrown in the fire since Steve had to be away, so wanted to give you something that you can take with you today. And I think I'm just going to look. If you guys have any questions about anything we went over today, I'd be happy to answer them in the closing minutes here as I try to build back my. It goes over there. You're welcome, Waleed. Okay, where can I find the complete composite alert window? I will share that with you. Thanks for asking. I don't think I have it but I will share it. Ooh, I hope let me make sure. Let me make sure I have a score in here. Hold on just a minute. Because when I built this, I had a custom formula, and I want to make sure it's not stock composite rating. Yeah, above 90. No, that score. Okay, good. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, you should be able to grab that and get it there, Mark. You're welcome, John. You're welcome. All right, guys, if there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and bring Scott in. He's going to walk you out. You guys hang on. He will have a discount code to give to you guys. You're welcome, Mark. All right, Scott, you want to come in? Oh, what is that? Did I just close out my...
No, we're still here. You might have closed the slide deck.
Did I just close out the slide deck? Hold on. Oh, boy. Bear with me, guys. You guys will get to see all our slides here.
Oh, you found it. I was going to...
Yep.
Yeah, just a couple items on the way out. First and foremost, we have a test drive starting next week. We recommend getting your registration for it set up by Friday. That way you get some early access and you're all set to go Monday morning when the test drive kicks off. There's 5 days of premium access, including the AIs, Holly Neo, Holly 2.0, Brokerage Plus, if you are an interactive brokerage user. It also gives you access to the odds maker, all kinds of good stuff. There will be lots of special support attention paid during that week for the test drivers, for answer all your questions and all that stuff. So get your key. Sign up at trade-ideas.com/test drive. Get that set up so you're ready to go. And then your test drive will activate. Actually, it activates early. It'll be this Friday after the close, and then you'll be able to log in all the premium stuff and get used to it so you're ready to go on Monday. Again, that's tradeIdeas.com/test drive. There's a podcast that we have. We put new episodes up on Fridays. This season is just getting started, so we should have a new one up this Friday again. This will be the second episode of the year. Trade Ideas Podcast is the term to search for in whatever app you listen to your podcast in, and just add us as a subscription. You can check out the back issues too. We had some good ones toward the end of last year with some guests that you can amuse yourself with while the new one is made and put up this Friday. There's an ebook. Andy contributed some chapters to. It's very timely for this year. TradeIdeas.com/ebooks, the place to go to put in your email address to get the download. 5 ways to win in a post-BTFD market. It's got 5 strategies for you to use when the market gets rocky. Get that book and keep it handy. There's the code that you can use to save 15% off your first month or year of Trade Ideas or an upgrade from standard to premium is Get Started. That's good this month. It's all caps like you see it on your screen. We'll send you a recording of this webinar to your email address and with a reminder of the code too. And any questions, email that to info@trade-ideas.com. And you can follow Steve Gomez on Twitter @TodayTrader. We also have @TradeIdeas, Jamie Hodges @QuantPop. And our handle on Facebook is Trade Ideas Pro. You can share what we post there with your friends. Thanks, Andy, for taking charge today and filling in.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have a recording up later on tonight or tomorrow and send everyone a link. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night.